Hey y'all, what up my little sunshines? It's Brooke here. Today is Father's Day. Yay! And I'm having to talk a little quieter because people are asleep in the next room. And I hope I don't wake them up. But it's Father's Day today. Yay! And so I wanted to make a video just saying thank you to my dad. But I didn't want to go into a big long list of all the things I'm thankful for because that would take 100 years and I'm a little sleepy and don't really have the time. But as I look back over my childhood and over the last 26 years of my life, there are some things about my father that just really happen to stand out. They're some of the things that I think of first. You know, like when I look back over my time as a kid, the things I remember about my dad the most are he was always working on something. If something was broken, Dad could fix it. It didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter how bad it was broken. Dad could fix it. If there was a bug anywhere in the house and it freaked me out, Dad would come kill it. Although 90% of the time I would tell him there was a bug, and by the time he got in there to kill it, the freaking bug would have crawled away. So, screw you, bug. Screw you. But Dad always knew how to do that. He always killed all the bugs. He always fixed everything. And one thing that I always remember is Dad was always laughing. He always had a laugh. He was always the life of the party. He knew how to make any moment funny. But he also knew when to be serious. And, I mean, there were some things you didn't do. Don't backtalk. He'll get the bug eyes. And you don't backtalk. That's one thing. But, you know, growing up, it was pretty simple. I mean, listen, do what you're supposed to, and everything's fine. Parents were pretty easy. But Dad was always laughing, and another thing my father's famous for is always telling stories. Like, Dad is a storyteller at heart, and he has told so many stories over my lifetime. Like, there's a few that, like, I remember because he used to tell them. I'm probably not going to tell him right, but I mean, a story that Dad's told 100 times is going to meet a group of friends or whatever, blah, 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 and he slid in, I think it was between, like, it was at a gas station, and he, like, slides in between all the gas tanks, and a cop caught him and told him to come over there, and the cop basically told him that he would let him off this time, because he, like, recognized my dad's car, because, like, every cop in the Bethato area, like, knew my father's car at the time. And so he told him that he would, you know, let him off this time as long as he didn't go back over to his friends and begin to brag about what had happened. I mean, his friends were, like, cheering him on. They were having a good time. That's a story my dad always tells. Another one he likes to tell quite frequently is the time when he killed 5 deer. All at the same time. On opening morning, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. But that's what my father did. And ever since then, my uncle and my uncle's dad have never been back to hunt with my father again. Another story we always tell is when a whole group of them went fishing one time, and there was a hole in the fish basket with the net basket thing where they were keeping all the fish, and my sister kept trying to tell them there was a hole in it, and nobody would listen to her. That's a story Dad always likes to tell. He tells so many stories. Like I said, my dad's a storyteller at heart. He always tells the story of when him and his friends were little, or not little, but when they were teenagers, they used to take a bow and arrow, and you would shoot it up, and you would, like, wait until it landed somewhere. And if you all laid down in a circle and shot it up, and if you were the last one to move, then you won. He always tells that story. Oh man, there's so many. These are the kind of things that could have killed you. But him and his friends did it, you know. there's always the stories of when they were picking on my Aunt Christy growing up, like Christy Digg. They used to pick on her all the freaking time. But yeah, I mean, that's just who my dad was. And, you know, over the years, I've gotten my dad some pretty cool gifts for Christmas and Father's Day. But I think one of the funniest gifts that I ever got my dad one year was, I got him a jump rope for Christmas. Why? I don't know. I was 7. Mom let me pick out my own gift for him. I got him a jump rope. And my response when he opened it and he really liked it, or said he did. Who knows? But my sister got him something else. I don't remember what she got him, but it was more practical and useful and something he really needed. And so he was saying how much he needed my sister's gift. And I looked at him and said, yeah, and you need my gift too. You could really use it. Oh, God. I was such a little attention seeker when I was younger. But, you know, Dad's always been there. He's always helped me out. He's always done stuff. He taught me how to drive a stick shift, which was probably the worst and the scariest thing we could have ever done. I can't drive a stick to this day. That was terrible. Oh my God, why would I even have bothered to do that? But yeah, I mean, Dad was there when I played t-ball. He's always been around. I guess in a sense, that's something I'm very lucky for, because my dad's always been there. Because there's lots of people that have this life and they go through it without ever even knowing who their father is. But I happen to know who my dad is. And he happens to be the nicest guy you will ever meet, literally. And something else that's really cool about my dad is he never meets a stranger. Everywhere he goes, he always knows somebody. And if he doesn't know you, he'll know you by the end of the night. My dad doesn't meet a stranger. Like even tonight, we went to my cousin's softball game, and standing down by a Jeep before he ever made it up to sit and watch the game, he was standing down there talking to somebody. Like literally everywhere Dad goes, he knows someone. And there's times where I'll see him talking to somebody, and he'll walk back over there and go, "Who was that?" And he'll go, "I don't know." Like, you don't know who that was? You just had like a 3.5-minute conversation with that person. How do you not know him? He was like, "No, he asked me a question about something. We were just having a chat." And I'm like, oh my God. Like, my dad is a very talkative, friendly person. He's probably the best dad you could ever have. I mean, and he has opinions. He's very opinionated. He's very strong-willed. Very, you know, he's stubborn at times, but I think we all are. But yeah, I love my dad. I don't really know what else to say other than he's one of my best friends. I mean, I love Dad, and as I've gotten older, our relationship's gotten stronger, it seems, you know, because he takes me to work every night, and we talk all the time, and he encourages me to do whatever I want in this life, and to achieve my dreams, no matter how big or small they are. Like, he's awesome. And he's always willing, oh my gosh, another thing about Dad is he's always willing to help you out. He has a really, really, really hard time with the word no. He constantly wants to help somebody. He constantly wants to do something for somebody else. He's constantly helping others out. Even if he's exhausted and he's tired and he would rather not do it, he'll suck it up and do it anyways. He'll complain about it later probably, but he'll do it. He's a helper. He's an encourager. And he's just wonderful. He's an all-around wonderful guy. And I'm lucky that I'm one of the people who have always had my dad there. So, thanks, Dad, for always being there for me whenever I needed you. Thanks for always having a smile on your face and always laughing and always got a new story to tell no matter how many times I've heard it. Yeah, so thanks for always being there. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful day today. So yes, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go do